Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about the strings in Java. So the strings are the sequences of characters. Okay, so in Java the strings are objects. Now there are two types of strings. One is immutable string and second one is mutable string. These are the two types of strings that we can make in Java. What is the difference between the two? So the immutable string in which once you create the string, it cannot be changed. Okay, you cannot change it. Its length is fixed. The value, whether lowercase or uppercase, whatever you have made once, it is fixed. And in mutable string, if you create one string, then in the same string you can make the changes or you can manipulate the same string, right? Whereas if you try to manipulate the immutable string in Java, then it will create a new string every time. Right, so let's discuss how can we represent the string, how can we create the string. So let's start by immutable string. So we have a class which is a string class, and using this string class we can represent the string. So I just say string str equal to, let's say I write Java and then I write maybe program. Okay, simple. This is a string. Now when I say Java string str equal to Java program, this creates a immutable string. Okay, so this is how we represent the string also in generally. Now if I want to perform certain operations, suppose there are various operations. One is concat, or concat is simply adding the two strings. So I want to write Java program and I want to add ing. Okay, so I will say concat with ing, so it will become Java programming, right? It should become that, right? So what this concat function do, if you see that, it concatenates the specified string at the end of the string, and if you see the function signature, it returns another string. So let's return a new string. So we will get a new string here, str, or we can just say new str. Okay, now if you see, since we have str as an immutable string, it has not changed. So if we print str after concatenating, and if we print this str before the concatenation, we will clearly see that both are the same, right? Now how it is represented within the memory. So when you write str equal to Java program, in the heap memory, the Java heap memory, there is a special storage which is known as the string pool, or string constant pool, or string intern pool. These are the names, but you can remember it as string pool, where JVM creates, first JVM checks if this string is present there or not. So suppose if this string is not present, it says it searches for this string, and if it is not present, then it creates a new string and assigns its reference to the str. So suppose you create another string, suppose s equal to, or maybe str1 equal to Java program. Okay, you create another one. Now in this case, what happens is, let me remove all these things. This was just for demonstrating that str is a immutable string. Okay, now for here we are creating two strings. Str is Java program and str1 is also the same string, that is Java program. Now these two strings should be different. Okay, their content, their actual value should be same, but their content should be different. So to check whether two reference variables are same or not, we use equal to operator. So if we say if str equal to str1, or we can just print it. Okay, it returns true basically. So str equal to str1. So equal to when we compare it, it gives either true or false. So if we try to print this, we get true. Why true? So when first time when the program runs, this code of block, this line of code executes. Okay, so here first JVM checks that is a string of Java program exists in string pool. It doesn't find anyone because we have not created any string with the name Java program. So it creates a new string and assigns the reference variable str to it. Okay, then it will execute this concatenation. Also, we'll talk about this later. Then when this line executes, it again searches for Java program in the string pool and finds that okay, Java program is already present in the string pool. So it doesn't create a new string. It passes the reference of the same string to this variable also. So to the same object, this Java program string is an object present in the string pool which have two references. One is str and one is str1. Okay, so this is how it is created. Now if you don't want to create a string, or you want to create a completely different object with this and you don't want two references to be same, so what you can do is you can we can create immutable string through another way, that is str2 equal to new keyword. So new new string, and we will write as this. Perfect. Now if you check, now if you check str equal to str2, so if you run it, you will get false. Why? When you create a string using the new keyword, then this string, then the object is the JVM don't check in the string pool. It creates a new string object outside the pool, inside the heap only. Okay, even if you create a string 3, and let me just copy paste this one. So let's see if this is equal or not. Okay, is these two references are equal or not. So if we create these references, these two references are also not equal because a new object is created. Okay, but now suppose you say, okay, string 2 I want to create using new method, but I want this object to be in the string pool. Okay, so there is a method known as intern. Now if you write intern, so this will go into the string pool. So if you run this once again, it will return true, because now when you call intern on this one, then again JVM checks for this is Java program string, and it finds that within the string pool there is already an existing string Java program. So it passes the reference of the same string to str2, and therefore the two references are equal. So these are some of the ways how we can create the immutable strings, whether inside the string pool or directly inside the heap, a completely new object. So it depends on your use case, whether what you prefer, but most of the time if you are dealing with the immutable string, it is preferred that you use, if you use a new keyword, you use with intern, and if you don't use, then simply you can use like this, because string pool, using string pool is more preferred and recommended approach. Now there are various methods we can do. So str dot, first we will see that we have seen concat. Intern will just, as we have seen, it will put into the string pool. Already it is in the string pool, so we don't need to do that. to lowercase will convert the string into the lowercase, but it returns another string because this string is immutable. Here J and character P both are uppercase, so it will remain as it is, but you will get, and even if I just do this way, okay, and if I print str again, and if you run this, you will get the same string. You will say, what, I have applied this method, all the letters should go to uppercase, lowercase. Why it has not gone? Because str is immutable. You cannot change the value of str. Okay, what the JVM does is it creates a new string where the content, where all the characters are lowercase, and therefore returns you. So you will get another. And now if you try to print this, you will get a Java program. Okay, so this is one example. Another one is uppercase, same with this. Now there's a method known as char at, which gives you you can pass the characters and you will get the character at that particular index. So suppose you want to get a character at index 3, so you will get it char c, and if you just print sr. So in our case, the index starts from 0 in the string, like it starts in array. So we have 0, then 1 we have a, 2 we have v, and 3 we have a. So we will get a, and it returns a. So this is how you can do it. You can simply print the string using for loop, just like you did in array. A simple for loop you can use. So we have a method known as str.length, which gives you the length of the string, and I plus plus, and character by character you can print it. So str.char at I. Okay, let's use this. So we get all characters in one line. So one by one all characters are printed, separated with space. Okay, now another method we will use is, if we get below, then it is contains. This is one of the most important method again. So it checks whether a particular subsequence is present in the string or not. So suppose we want to check whether pro is present in the string or not, so we will say contains pro and it will give us, we can write is present, and then we will just print is present. So if we print it is present, we get true. Okay, let's comment it out. The comment shortcut is control /. So we can see that this contains gives this. Okay, if we just write, and it is a case sensitive, so if you pass a small p, then it will give you false. Next method is equals. Now equals has two method. One is to check with another string whether it is equal or not. So with this equals, if you pass Java program, okay, is equal. Okay, let me write this way, is equal. So if I check str, if it is equal to this string, I will get true. But if I change it to j to lowercase, and if I check, I'll get a false. Okay, why a false? Because it is case sensitive. But if you want to check that, okay, I want two strings to be equal, lowercase and uppercase, I don't want to ignore, then in that case you have to write equals ignored case. Now in this case, if you run the code, then it will give you true. It will ignore the lower and uppercase distinction. So these are some of the methods which you can use while manipulating the strings. And string concatenation is done using two ways. One is, of course, this concat method, And another is, as we have many times seen, you can simply write str and using plus operator, and str is an immutable, okay, immutable string with length str dot length. So this is another way of string concatenation. Plus is mostly used for string concatenation, but there is a concat operator also, so you can use it either way. So these are some of the examples. These are some of the methods that are used for the manipulation or working on the immutable string. Now moving on to let's move to mutable string. So this was all about immutable string. Immutable, and this is mutable. So for creating a mutable string in Java, we have a class known as string builder. String builder SB equal to new string builder, and we inside the constructor we pass the argument string. So here we pass Java program, and our string is created. Now to a similar function to concat here is append. So if we try to do append and I say ing, then since this is a mutable string, so if we print sb here and after appending, if I print sb here, let's see if these both are same or not. So as you can see, let me comment it out completely so that we don't get distracted out of it. The output should be clear to us. Now let's run the program. So this is the SB that we have created initially, that is Java program, and after concatenation the string changed to Java programming after adding this string. So it is an example of immutable string. Okay, so as you can see, when you are creating a mutable string, then you can change the string itself. You know another string is not created, right? Here also you have the method that is sp dot length. So if you find it, then it will be 14. Another way to check whether the two references are or two references point to the same object or not is to check their hash codes. Till now we have not discussed about the equals and hash code in detail, but let's, for the time being, I tell you, if two references points to two different objects, then their hash code will be different. For example, if I remove this, let me remove for the while this and create another string builder sb1 equal to new string builder, and I create Java program. Okay, now in case of immutable string, these two means the references are same, but in case of here, let's see if it is equal or not. So sb equal to sb1. We'll talk about hash code a bit while. So if I print it, I'll get false. As you can see, these two references are not same. Okay, and there is no method like intern. Okay, no intern. Okay, perfect. Because when you are creating a mutable string, it is created inside the Java heap, not inside the string pool. String pool is a special memory that is or a special storage area inside the heap memory of the Java. Okay, and it is only for the immutable strings. So here we have various other methods also. So we have last index of. Okay, so this last index of is a method. So here you can pass a string. Suppose I pass a. Okay, it will give me the last index of last index of A, I'll say. Okay, if I print last index of A, what I'll get in this program, in this string builder, what is the last index last time the A occurred. So here the index of A that is occurred here will be given. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, it gives us 9. Similarly, for getting the first occurrence, we have index of method. Index of A equal to sp dot index of, and if we pass A, so A occurs at the first index. So we can get index of A at 1. So this method is also present in the immutable also. Okay, if you check here, index of, you can see we have index of here also, right? So in immutable string also we have index of methods. Then immutable string give you various methods. You can reverse the string. So either you apply your own algorithm to reverse the string, or you use the library function. So we have a nice library function to reverse a string, which will give you the reverse of the string. Okay, so let's just reverse the string and print it, since it will give a string. So as we can see, it has reversed the string. Next we have, okay, these are all the ways to append. Then we have compared to, we have seen we can delete also. Okay, so delete is there two ways. Either we can delete from a particular index to another index, or we can delete a particular character at an index. So if you want to delete, suppose in the Java program you want to delete O, then you need to part what is the index of O, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you need to pass 6, it will get deleted, and then okay, it returns a string builder. So rather than having this, we can simply print it. Okay, so it changes, or let's not reverse it for now. So you can see it has been deleted. O has been deleted from it here. Okay, so this is these library functions are more powerful when you want to actually manipulate the string. Now the question arises, which immutable string or mutable string, which one to use? So the question arises whether you want to use, whether you should use mutable strings or immutable strings. So in this case, the decision is based on the situation. If in a question you are given the problem where you have to perform, where you have to just read the string, or you have to iterate the string and do something with it, okay, then you can use an immutable string. Whereas if you have to multiple times change the string, then string builder is preferred. Why? Because if you use a immutable string, and if you in your code you are changing your strings multiple times, then every time you change a string you will get a new string, and that new string will get into the string pool. So basically there will be a wastage of memory. Okay, your aim is to change the original string, but since lots of strings will get created and it will be a waste of memory, so maybe if the right operation is more or manipulation is too much, then you can get a memory out of error. So for avoiding that scenario and to use best practices while manipulation of the string, you can use a string builder method. So suppose also you can have string builder and wait, sb2 equal to new string builder, and you can just pass str. It is that simple. So we have this str, immutable string. So even if you are given an immutable string and you want to perform lots of operation, just convert it to a string builder using this format. And once you are done with it, okay, once you are done with it, just write sp2.toString. Okay, and you can then write str equal to sp2.toString, and if you print str here like this, and if you print it, so you will get the same string. Of course, this will make sure, and suppose you do some operation, something like reversing the string. Okay, you reverse it and you do it again. So now the required string will be in the str. Okay, now here if you see str.hashcode, and here if you see str.hashcode, so these hashcodes will be different. Here you can see the hashcode is -1634444, and here it is 2117. Why? Because this is a different object, and after reversing, this output that we have got is a different object. That's why. So if two objects are different, then their hash codes will be different. Just remember, for now we will discuss the hash code thing in detail in the upcoming videos. So this is the application of strings in Java, and I hope you have got a fundamental idea. I hope you have got the fundamental idea of the immutable and mutable strings, when to use which string, how to check the references, the two string references, the two string, how to check that if the two objects are equal or not using hash code. And of course there are various methods, as you are using the IntelliJ, so it will easily provide lots of methods. All the methods you have here, you can just explore it, you can try it on your own. And the common methods that you will be using, either with string builder or either with this string class, I have mentioned here. Okay, we have discussed all this. There are many methods that you may be using due to the various situations, but these are some of the methods that are most important. So we have covered it all. So that's it for this video. I hope you have liked the explanation and the topic of today. It was very important as well as very easy, right? So do practice it, do try it on your own. I will see you in the next one. Thanks everyone, bye bye.